Hiya, welcome to LSB Feaster's radio channel and travel corner, where we keep great radio from the past alive. Today we're going to Chicago and 89 WLS. If you don't know anything about WLS, they were a powerhouse top 40 station owned by ABC back in the 70s into the 80s. I mean, this station was huge. Legendary names on the air there, like Yvonne Daniels, Larry Lujak, Tommy Edwards, Bob Surratt. I mean, the list goes on and on, including the names on today's air check, Steve and Garry. Steve and Garry were, well, they were outrageous. They went out of their way to be outrageous, going back to the days of the disco demolition when Steve Dahl blew up disco records at a ballpark and caused the game to be canceled. Steve and Garry did everything they could to be outrageous but entertaining, and they spent decades on the radio in Chicago. Through their years on the radio in Chicago, Steve and Garry actually spent time on WLS, but they also spent a lot of time on the Loop FM 98. If you've never heard them, check out this air check. And if you like what you hear, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to the channel too, and ring that bell so you will be notified whenever we post anything new. So, all right, this is a treat. Steve and Garry on WLS Chicago.
If they still find any worth in listening to a person with junior high manners. If I were to just accept his person and simply judge his professionalism or approach, I would find him equally as bad. First, he is not funny. And he has no talent as a comedian.
Wow. Why don't you get to the point?
Second, he and his sidekick together are completely boring.
Ouch.
He brings you into this now.
Ouch.
They cannot ad-lib in response to a statement. They cannot ad-lib in response to a statement from one another, nor from a caller.
Signed Cup.
No, Jerry Lewis. Please evaluate the effect. Now he spells it with an E down here. So even if...
Yeah, he's covered.
So, yeah, he's wrong. One way or the other, he's wrong. The effect Steve Dahl... But see, that's what happens when you're mature.
Yeah, yeah.
Steve, please evaluate the effect Steve is having on your radio audience and his professionalism. Is he contributing anything to the position of all broadcasters? Perhaps you also may find that releasing Steve Dahl from his position is a move in a positive direction for everyone.
This guy just finished a Dale Carnegie course.
Sincerely, David A. Lyon.
I'm very moved by that.
I always wish,
you know, Steve,
they would put down, I always wish they'd put down what they do.
No, he's right. Let's go resign right now. What are we doing here? We're stupid. What are we doing here?
Is he a comedian? How does he know? I mean...
Sure he is.
Steve, I repair garbage disposals, but I know funny. Okay, thank you. So, nice of him to drop these by while we're on the air, just to
no problem.
Bring us up.
Yeah.
Actually, we like them because we can always find something... Unless your hate letter is flawless, see, please don't.
Leave yourself wide open.
Yeah, you know, don't put effect with an A and an E. I mean, you know? I hadn't gotten to the bottom when I pre-read it. I just got to the part that said we weren't funny, and I said, this is for me.
Yeah.
But unless it's perfect, then we can't pick it apart.
Yeah, those hate letters are like a hot towel that the program director brings down to kind of freshen us up halfway through the show. Just a hot towel.
I mean, we you know, sometimes we are wrong, but I mean, I can't. Whatever. I don't have to address myself to that. I think it's funny, though. Some guy driving around in a Pinto, you know. They aren't even funny. Okay. Thank you. There are more here. I mean, there's one here. One more funny one. Last fall, I began to listen to WLS-FM. It became my favorite station. Yours is one of the only stations that plays straight music for an hour and a half. at a time. That's because nobody was listening, so nobody bought any commercials. So I gave up WE-FM to listen to you guys. Now that you've put Steve Dahl on, I've quit listening to your station. Every day when I turn your station on and he's on, I turn to WKQX. I'm Art Roberts. He's good. All he does is talk. That's us, I guess. Not Art Roberts. I'll be listening for 15 minutes and hear one song. It gets to be disgusting. I don't want to give up your station, but with Steve Dahl being on every day, I guess I'll have to turn somewhere else for good music. Signed, concerned listener, Mrs. Langendorfer. So, you know something? They are right. He was right, Dave was right, and Mrs. Langendorfer's right.
What are we doing here?
Let's get up.
Yeah.
See you later. That's it. See you later.
Yeah.
Marcus, we finish the show. Howie, whatever you guys want to do. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Come on back, Steve. Jeez. Steve?
Marcus, you want me to play the spots? You gotta tell me what to do, man. You're in charge now.
Play the
You're in the #1 chair.
Steve, come on back. I'm kind of glad they left. Yeah, we play the spots.
It's the all-new White Sox back for a great season of...
There's still good seats for opening day. There's still good seats for opening night. As the White Sox play the Baltimore Orioles via the Master...
Get out of here. See, maybe now they'll appreciate us. Mrs. Langendorfer, okay? At least I can read. There are still good seats for opening night as the White Sox play the Baltimore Orioles. Visa Master Charge orders, phone 312-225-5769, or visit any Ticketron outlet or White Sox ticket outlet.
What's something different?
Marcus, I got too near my microphone. There's Marcus juice on here or something. It's making me crazy. Don Pittman Motors, Antioch. Crestwood Imports, Crestwood. Subaru in Evanston and Yow.
Why was George late?
Oh, I seen that.
You thought you meant their
you didn't notice
animated movie. That they were in that animated cartoon that they did.
You mean you didn't see the part where the Hell's Angel killed the guy and then Mick and Keith hid behind their amps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was... I always try to see that movie. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. Marcus loves comedies. Where he comes from, that's a comedy.
He gets that confused with everyday life in his neighborhood.
And it's a comedy.
Yeah.
They laugh. I mean, they laugh. Hey, look, somebody's stealing the car. Yeah, that's funny, all right.
This is longer than 8 George. You don't say nothing.
Huh?
You know, this is longer than 8 George. You don't say nothing.
You just laugh.
That's right.
Yeah, good.
Better.
You better.
Marcus Palmer, ghetto prophet, ghetto philosopher. And that ain't right.
Because he didn't want him to steal his. Gary was laughing. He was laughing with me.
I was.
We were
nervous.
laughing because we were scared out of our minds.
We did everything the gang member did. He laughed at it. I laughed at it.
He pulled a handgun out of his pocket. We pulled handguns out of our pockets.
Right.
It's 4:24. Yeah. So, are you ready? And then go right into a tube of Polydent or whatever it is. And smears all over the wall.
That's a beautiful thought, Dad.
I'm sorry. Just feeling very hostile today.
Yeah, I guess.
Get me confused. It had blown up. Which we didn't say. We said we think it will when it lands. Because if they can't keep tiles on it, how are they going to get it to land?
They're gonna get it to land.
It's like Skylab. Oh, it's not going to hit anybody. Well, if it's not going to hit anybody, how come it's coming down? I mean, if you guys are so smart, why is it crashing? So we're going to leave because last time we just laughed through the whole thing. And
Well, okay, except when you leave, I'm going to have to ad-lib the story because I was too traumatized to retype another story on.
we'll just stay and help you through it.
No, don't help. Don't help. You can just sit quietly while I try and explain it, okay?
I don't know if we can.
There are 2 facts that I think are important for you to know about.
How do we affect you on the story? And is it with an A or an E?
You affect me with an A. Right?
Maggie, I have no idea. I just hope the guy's wrong because
You're
I don't
giving
want
me a headache, Steve.
I don't want to be boring and
I'm getting a headache.
unfunny. Go ahead.
All right. There's just two facts that I think are important to say about Columbia. One of them
They
is...
have fire extinguishers on board. And the men should be able to get out before the entire thing blows up.
No. The first fact is that at 4:20 tomorrow morning, those of you who are interested will be able to go out and look at it in the sky. It'll be in the southwest
Will it be
section
on
of the
fire?
sky. The second thing that I think people would like to know is that it will be landing safely at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Something about women that you may not have known before.
You want to get in on our pool?
I'll tell you about that.
We still have
Wait a minute.
we still have 50 feet from the runway open for $1.
Something about women you may not have known before. I'll tell you that story after this.
College.
As soon as I make enough money from here.
Never, huh? Are you going to
Traffic.
college ever? Were you planning on it?
I went to go to broadcasting school just to pick up some stuff, but I'm learning so much here. Why should I
You
spend
really?
money?
You're saving money.
Imagine Marcus like at Harvard.
With Jodie Foster at Yale. or
Sitting just
something.
drawing pictures of racing cars at his desk. Picking his nose. In business law class. Just think of it. Wouldn't you have a good time? Here's traffic. I'm sorry, Maggie.
Scott Hamill.
Maggie's
Oh,
very
okay, thank you
upset.
very
She thinks
much.
she's gonna
Outbound
lose
on
her
the
job
Eden,
because
slow
of
stop and go from
this. This is
about
what they
Pratt
pay
to
us
Old
for,
Orchard,
Maggie.
under
It's okay.
40 minutes there. Outbound on the Kennedy, stop and go leaving downtown to North, and slow stop and go Kedzie, most of the way to Foster, under 35 minutes from Ontario to Mannheim, a little over 30 minutes on the Ike right now out to Wolf Road. Outbound Stevenson, slow stop and go Damon, most of the way to Harlem, under 40 minutes to the Tri-State, a little over 25 out to Harlem. Also find a little stop and go traffic at the west end of the Stevenson from First to LaGrange. Outbound on the Ryan, heavy leaving downtown to 16th Street, local and express lane, slow stop and go 47th to 76th, a little over 30 minutes from Roosevelt to 95th. And northbound Lakeshore Drive, slow with stop and go from before the Oak Street curve up to about Diversey. That's WLS-FM traffic. I'm Scott Hamill.
Radar weather.
This guy has to be wrong because he uses it the same way, but spells it different each time. He has to be wrong, so therefore we are funny. Thank God. Okay. I figured it out. I was worried.
We have a tornado.
See, you can get to us with these letters, but if you make a mistake, I discount it. I
Tornado
think the
watch.
tornado's right outside. It
No.
sounds like it.
It is thundering, though, and raining a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, the tornado watch is going to be in effect until 11 o'clock. Tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for a tornado.
To
Would be-
steal your watch.
Oh, we're
We've
so
also
boring.
had thunderstorms and hail.
The size of tiles.
Hail Columbia.
Oh, tonight will be cool down to 43
Also, we've got 75 feet from the runway open. I just noticed that, Maggie.
degrees.
If you want to get on our wind, will it
Tomorrow
blow up
high
pool?
50 degrees. Right now, temperature officially 73, but the lake, at the lake, it's just 58 degrees, and you're going to apologize to me tomorrow.
Howie's got $2 down on nosedive.
When they come back safe and sound,
Nosedive and no landing gear.
what are you going to do? What are you going to do to make it up to me? I don't even know whether a simple apology will do.
Whatever you want. I'll
Okay.
be your slave.
Dinner at Nick's.
That's right, baby.
I'm Maggie Brown.
You'll be his slave. 603.
WLS FM 95, Chicago.
What are you going to do if it blows up?
Yeah. Guess who I saw in Hollywood Squares last night? Chuck Berry in the upper right-hand corner. I swear to God.
Chuck Berry at a block, please.
What happened to his career?
I don't know. Can I tell a funny story?
I hope so.
You
That's
can't- you know the story.
Which one?
That goes with this song.
Oh, yeah.
Can he sue us for it?
No, it actually happened.
I know.
I mean,
The
there
guy
are
that
witnesses.
used to be our manager. When I remember distinctly the day, I could probably even pinpoint the time, the first time the thought occurred to me that maybe I'd made a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
We're on a plane out to California to do the Rose Parade. Sitting behind us is Robin Zander's wife. She's going out there to see
The band performed.
the band perform at the Forum in Los Angeles. And I knew it was Robin's wife.
Mm-hmm.
And she knew I was me, and she was talking to Janet because the Zanders had just recently had a baby. And I walked up and mentioned to you that that was Robin Zander's wife.
Right.
Because you'd been eyeing her, and
Hey.
thought I'd let you down easy. And so Brian heard it. Got your spare manager. And he's drunk or something, but it was real embarrassing. He turns around and he goes, "Oh, yeah? You know, it's really weird. I was just looking out the window of the plane." He said he went like a window, because he was drunk. "Window of the plane. It's weird because I was just looking out the window of the plane singing that song."
It was a precious
And then
moment.
I went, "What?" And he went, "You know, Can't Stop the Music." And then he just looked at her, and I went, "I want this guy in control of my destiny real fast."
Yeah. She was a little embarrassed, as we all were.
Well, it was kind of a weird thing just to say to someone. "I was just looking out the window singing that song." That's nice. You make big decisions for these guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Okay, we got some people on the phone that I want to talk to. This is not a Kukla patrol, because a Kukla patrol is we clear the lines at random. It just so happens, though, as I was going, just answering the phones during the songs like I always do, see, what we do is we talk to people on the phones all day, and if somebody has something good, we put them on hold, and then we talk to them. Or if we haven't found anything good in a while, we want to talk to some people or whatever. That's not necessarily always true. Sometimes we always talk to people on the phone, and when they have something worthwhile, we put them on hold and we just talk to them on the air whenever we want. But then sometimes we do Kukla patrols because we like the unpredictability of them. We clear the lines and just take calls at random and see what happens. These calls are not at random, but I took all 5 of these calls. They came in just like that. Actually, the perfect Kukla patrol, if in fact I'd cleared the lines and we did a Kukla patrol, but it was just I was just talking, so it wasn't. So I don't want to lie and pass this off as a Kukla patrol, because it's not, but it could have been.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it just they happened just like that.
Did you put the tiles on the space shuttle?
Hello?
Are you the guy? You're on the air.
Who, me?
Yes.
I just calling to find out. I thought you were going to do more in the John Lennon thing today.
Backwards Yoko stuff. We forgot. Do you really care about that? I mean, it's not catching on. We only did it for publicity, and we haven't gotten any.
Well, okay.
I really don't want to spend much more time on it. Obviously, we're reading much more into that than is there. I mean, let's be honest. But it didn't catch on.
Well, I thought you were going to do more. You said that Friday or something.
Yeah, right. John lay dead or something. You can it sort of sounds like that during another part of Kiss. But it's not worth the time, huh?
Oh, well.
I'll tell you what. If we get some publicity on it, we'll do it.
Yeah. If you can guarantee us that.
Yeah. If we see some more publicity, then we'll do it. But we don't want to do it. We haven't see some at all. We haven't gotten any.
Okay.
Thank you.
A lot.
Hello, you're on the air.
Yeah. This is the one that I'm going to declare Jory Luloff, Queen of the News.
Yeah, right.
Yes. It was unbelievable. Like, the news just started. They were talking about the space shuttle, but then they had to stop. And then Jory Luloff walked in with a big crown, a cape. People were carrying her, her long gown, and they were throwing flowers around. And all she did was she put her lips together, she just crunched her lips together. It was great.
Jory Luloff declared herself Queen of the News earlier. Right?
Yeah.
You're not making this up, are you?
No. And she had this...
Hello?
Yes. Gary's supposed to tell me I'm on the air.
We did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
So she declared herself Queen of the News. You didn't declare her Queen of the News.
No, she declared it, but I thought I'd tell you.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not on the wires yet, because she was in a big spell with Linda Yu. She took over her spot and all. And she decided to call herself Queen of News, and now she claims she's going to make it rain until she gets her spot back at 4:30 News. It's incredible. I couldn't believe it. And then he came out with a tornado warning. She's getting out of hand.
No, wait a minute. Linda Yu now does the 4:30 News?
Yeah. What?
Linda Yu does the 4:30 News?
Yeah, she does, but Jory used to.
Right.
And Linda Yu got all the publicity in the papers and everything.
Right.
And
Jory Luloff came out and said she was Queen of the News, and she wouldn't. She's gonna make it keep raining until she gets her job back. Are you sure? Marcus, go call Channel 5 and see if that happened.
Pronto.
I'm positive.
We gotta get Marcus out of
They
here.
don't give her
Howard.
a job back, you know.
Well, what, she still does doesn't she do the new news?
She does.
And she has a commentary. Hey, she's a woman with a lot. Yeah, she's a woman with a lot to say.
Yeah,
Come on.
Jory's view, it's great. I cry when it's over. I want more.
Yeah.
And it's
She's actually I think she's quite attractive. I saw her in person, and I'm very taken by her. What?
Linda Hughes here.
No, come on, really now. Did you see that on TV, really?
She's got a big knife.
Steve, this is where he loses it. I think
Sir,
he
you
walked
almost
into...
successfully pulled off comedy in the private sector.
Yeah.
No, I'm
But,
not trying. I am not the type.
You're right.
Now,
And
is this true? Did you really see it?
Yeah. And well, they stopped the news for like 5 minutes. They had the moment of silence. And she took
Steve,
off
he's wandered way into that comedy
Well, I don't know.
landmine.
It sounds like something that could happen over there.
It is. Well, they're kind of low in ratings.
Under those bright lights.
Let's just blow him up for snicks.
Yeah, well, blow him up for the Linda you with the knife
Yeah.
thing. Eh? Hello, you're on the air.
Hello, Steve.
Yes.
Hello, is this Steve?
Yes,
Is this
you're on the air.
Okay. Huh? Hello?
Hello, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hello, you're on the air.
Hello?
Okay, I would like to know how much Steve is weight.
How much he weighs?
Yeah.
No, how long I've been waiting.
I'm waiting.
We've been waiting for the baby.
Oh, no. How much you weight? How fat you are?
Oh.
135, I think.
135.
Yeah.
135?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you going to start doing some dieting?
Well, I'd like to get down to about 130, yeah.
Yeah, that's his goal.
I don't look
130.
good on my Jordashes
No, not at
with
all.
that extra 5, really.
Ma'am, do you have a mustache?
So not like you suit, the Hawaiian suit, but I don't think it's so becoming on you.
Yeah.
I think you're a nice-looking person, and I think you should do some dieting.
Mm-hmm. What's for dinner?
What's for dinner tonight?
Yeah, what are you making for your...
Nothing.
Nothing?
You're a pretty wife, and you're expecting a baby. You should do some dieting.
Who is this? Janet?
Trying to disguise her voice.
Huh?
This is Jolie Memo.
Janet, what's for dinner tonight? Come on, honey. Quit goofing around.
Please promise that you will do some dieting.
What will you do?
Goodbye.
Send me a gallon of soy sauce? We move on. Are these good calls or what? Hello, you're on the air.
Yeah, you were talking about that midget lounge.
Yeah.
On the southwest side.
Uh-huh.
It's at 63rd and Pulaski.
Okay, have you been there?
No, I've never gone in there, but it's right in the neighborhood, so I buy it a lot.
I went in there one time. Actually, I lied. I said I've always wanted to go there, but I did go there once and had a bunch to drink and didn't bring any money with me. I guess you could say I came up a little short.
Oh.
It was like Gulliver's Travels when you walked in there.
Hi.
Marcus
yes,
is back.
I have a friend who wants to go out with Jerry.
What's his name?
What's his name? Go.
623. Marcus? Is Jory Luloff the queen of the news or what?
They say they know nothing of that.
Yeah, see.
It's a good idea, though.
If she's listening.
We'll be right back.
It's the all-new White Sox. Good seats for opening day. Call 312-924-1000. Make the White Sox your kind of team.
The White Sox play Boston April 17th through April 19th. The Baltimore Orioles April 28th through the 22nd. Good seats still available through Ticketron or any White Sox ticket outlet.
Hi, welcome to TFC Home Video. What can I do for you?
Pinch me.
Why?
Because I like your beard and your designer jeans.
That's all.
Well, I like your top, too. Is that... What is that, an Izod thing? It's super.
What else could I do for you?
Pinch me because I can't believe that there's a video store in Blue Island. I mean, there are people in this town that still own black and white TVs and don't know how to plug them in.
Well, we're here to change all that.
Sure. What are you going to sell?
VCRs by RCA and Sony.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Pre-recorded cassettes.
Yeah. Are you going to have gerbil bondage?
No, we'll have the Blues Brothers.
How about hamster lust.
No, we'll have 9 to 5 or airplane.
Because I've worn out my copies of those, and I need more, man. Can you order them for me?
I'll try.
Okay, when do you open?
April 20th, and we're at 12947 Western in Blue Island.
Okay, I'm going to go get a job, and I'll be back with money.
In Chicago, tornado watch for the Chicago area until 11 o'clock tonight. A watch means that the conditions are favorable for a tornado.
Go away!
And a sequel to The Wizard of Oz.
Go away! But we've traveled so far. Go away, little girl. But we've come to see The Wizard of Oz. There is no Wizard of Oz.
Tin Man is so stiff. Can you help him? 627, here's Sergeant Scott Hamill.
Okay, thank you. Outbound on the Eden still have stop-and-go traffic from
Toto
Pratt to
thought he was
Old
a
Orchard,
fire
over
hydrant.
30 minutes from Montrose to Dundee. Outbound Kennedy, slow stop-and-go from downtown to Division, then slow some stop-and-go to Pulaski, most of the way to Nagle, a little over 30 minutes from Ontario to Manheim.
Scott paid no attention to the man.
Pay no attention to the man behind. Get away from here, little dog.
Inbound at Division, you'll find a semi
Go
against the right
away.
shoulder there, then a little bit of an accident, no real problems with that. Outbound Ike, over 30 minutes to Wolf. Outbound on the Stevenson, a little over 40 minutes to the Tri-State, under 25 to Harlem. Outbound Ryan, stop-and-go leaving downtown to 16th Street, local and express lane, slow stop-and-go. 47th Street, most of the way to 71st Street, a little over 30 minutes from Roosevelt to 95th.
Uh-oh.
Steve, wake up. You want to know about this. On the ramp from the outbound Calumet to westbound Dalton Avenue, have a car fire causing a bit of a tight spot there. And northbound Lakeshore Drive, slowest stop-and-go North Avenue, most of the way to Diversity. That's WLS-FM traffic on Scott Hamill.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Huh. Those are my two favorite scenes from The Wizard of Oz. When they come to the door, and he sticks his head out.
Mm-hmm.
Go away! There is no great Oz! No, he doesn't say that. What does he say?
I don't remember.
Yeah, come back! He's not here now!
The wizard is not in right now,
Yeah,
but if you leave a message
I
after
have
the
it on
tone.
tape at home. Anyway, I like that part.
Yeah.
But we've traveled so far. And then when the dog comes over and pulls open the curtain, that big head, that big skull is glowing, and it's real scary. And then, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
That's pretty advanced for when they filmed that.
Yeah, I'd say. The daughter of the man that wrote it used to live next door to us.
Really?
Yeah. And I guess her dad was a wild man.
I can imagine.
Yeah. And she got married and divorced and had 4 kids and lived very comfortably off of her share of the royalties from all that stuff. And there were like 6 kids.
Yeah.
Baum, E. Frank Baum.
Yeah.
Her name was Bommy. That's what people called her.
Really?
Bommy. Because of bomb. So, I didn't mean to get confusing about the difference between a Kukla patrol, or the difference between a Kukla patrol and just regular calls, but I think it's important for people to know that the Kukla patrol is just, we don't even know what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
But that I did know. I mean, I didn't, but then I talked to those people, so I knew. Yeah. So I don't want to lie and pass it off as a truth in comedy. It's very important to me.
Right.
629.
FM 95.
FM 95. With another hour of recorded concerts, Sunday night at 10 o'clock, Todd Rundgren and Utopia. You want me to mention your performance on Friday, like you told me to do?
Hold on a minute. Howie, please put in number 1, D1. Okay.
What?
That's a sidekick failure alert.
What happened?
You are not a hip, cool, together sidekick like you should have been. Ed McMahon would have just said, Johnny, you...
Can you turn that off now, Howard? Thank you.
I think we made our point. Ed McMahon would have said, Johnny, I saw you in Vegas, and when you did Get a Gun, Jane, with the acoustic guitar, it was super. You were incredible. You're an incredible performer. You want me to mention it like you told me to now? I don't need that. Please.
Steve, your performance Friday night at the Point East, devastating.
Devastating is not necessarily good either.
Devastating. Big acoustic guitar, 12-string.
I only had to
yourself.
stop 5 times.
Yeah.
I had to stop 5 times to remember the words. It was beautiful. Janet said it should be effect. with E, both times in that hate letter, by the way. So he was wrong, so it is invalid.
Yeah.
If we find one mistake that voids null and voids the hate letter, we can be hurt by them, but they've got to be perfect. That we know you are smarter than us. It's 6:41. We are backed up like a banshee. We got to talk about the Jerry Lewis movie. Dog healing, very quickly. I think we can make a lot of money at it.
How's that?
Healing people's animals for them.
Yeah?
The faith healing thing is a scam, right? We've determined that after our trip to South Bend where we got thrown out. Oh, well, we didn't get thrown out. We left before we got on a free pass to a night in South Bend's lovely jail. We were scared out of the Reverend Angley's service, and we've determined that it's all those guys are fakes, right?
Yeah.
So why can't we do fake dog healing? I mean, I watched Ainsley yesterday, and, you know, he gets those people up there, they're so scared they don't know what's going on. So they say, that's what I figure it is. A lot of it is people that are psychosomatically ill anyway, and then when they're up on stage, they get so scared they forget about it, or they're getting enough attention that they cure themselves. Although they weren't really sick in the first place. And a lot of times I think they get so scared they just respond however he wants them to. Why couldn't we do that with animals?
We could.
Ray. No, because who's going to know? First off, if your dog is deaf, how are they ever going to know until they get it home if it can hear you or not?
And then by then we'll be out of town, right?
Same thing. If it's blind, you know, but you know, you have put some tuna on your fingers or something, and then put your. Hear me out. You put tuna in front of your fingers, then you put your hand in front of its nose and move your hand from side to side, so people think it's looking at your hand, but it's following the tuna. And same thing for deaf. You can go speak and put the tuna and it'll probably bark, because dogs bark when they think they're going to get fed. Or at least they open their mouth. You can say, if you could hear me, open your mouth, and then put the tuna right in front of it. What do you think?
I love it.
And for dogs that can't walk too good because they're crippled and stuff?
Yeah.
If the dog hasn't been spayed yet... Well, I don't want to get gross. No, but anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get it.
If the dog hasn't been spayed, you can put scent on. You can have scent. Each figure would have a different function. And then you could walk with the figure in front of the dog's nose, and it would walk real fast because it would think it's chasing a chick, or vice versa. And if it has been spayed, then you could just... I think really just tuna on your... You don't even need the scent. I was wrong. Just the smell of tuna, the dog's going to keep following you, and the dog will do anything to eat. So even if it can't walk, it'll, for just that for those few seconds, it'll run after the tuna finger. And then that's good. And then charge people, and then when they get home, it doesn't matter.
The tuna finger?
Yeah. We'll have gloves with fish in them or something. Well, that's cats. What do dogs like? Dogs like fish, though. Dogs like anything. We'll have gloves with horse meat in them. We could do it, Gary. We can make 1 million people love their pets. Animal faith healing. So not just dogs, but we could cat. We could have gloves, different gloves. No, because all animals like tuna.
Let's put it in our pockets, and then they'll run up and sniff us. You know, like...
Yeah, if they can't smell.
Yeah.
But then...
No, I don't mean if they can't smell, like your theory, but to show that they can see. You know, come to me, and they'll smell the tuna, and they'll run up, and, you know, like they do when you walk in anyway.
Yeah, but what if they can't smell? Who knows if a dog can't smell?
Yeah, how do we know if they can't smell or not?
We'll just say they can.
Yeah.
They can now.
They can. Get it out of here.
All right, so what do you think?